This is a Duggar family Where Are They Now update for October 2024. And this month, we had a wedding. Jana and Steven are in newlywed bliss, and we also had a medical emergency. And this is me in the future. So while I was editing this video, some pretty major Duggar news broke, and I have to include it in this video. So I've added it at the end of this video, so watch until the very end for those breaking news items. Let's start with the medical emergency, shall we? So Joy shared a super scary update about her youngest son, Gunnar. He was admitted to the hospital recently, and let's remember, he was also the one who was rushed to the hospital for choking in June. Joy had said Gunnar got sick a few days ago. It was just a light cough and runny nose, but it didn't get bad until day 2. We had laid him to bed and he woke up a few hours later wheezing and struggling to breathe. We had done all the things we could do at home and nothing was helping, so we took him into the ER. And Joy apparently spent a sleepless night with the baby in the hospital, but in happy news, Gunnar ultimately was put off oxygen soon enough and he was feeling back to himself pretty quickly, thank goodness. And actually, soon after that, Joy posted on Instagram, and Gunnar was riding shotgun in his big sister's new electric toy car, enjoying himself. Her older son was also gifted a dirt bike or something similar, which my first thought was, oh no, this could be another hospital visit waiting to happen. I mean, I don't know, like things like that just scare me a little bit. So Joy also announced that her family is moving from the house where they live now. They probably have lots of options because Austin flips houses. And Joy and Austin have started to work out quite a bit and are doing this boot camp thing. They also both looked really great at Jason and Maddie's wedding. More on that later, of course. And now let's talk about the belle of the Duggar ball. Newlywed Jana. Well, Jana has been totally redoing her new home in Nebraska with her new husband, Steven Wisman. And she's been posting so much on YouTube lately that, you know, we have a lot to talk about. She is earning like 500,000 views for each video, just about, and a few of her videos are higher than the 1 million view range. So her family has been very much along for the ride. As usual, she always has a lot of her family around her. She posted about her bridal shower and how they played Wedding Pictionary. Jill was spotted there, by the way. And then she went on a train ride with her family too. And the thing I noticed in this video is that Steven was almost always in the video with kids on this trip. He was reading to them, showing them things. This is such a green flag for Steven. Also, in another video, you know, they ran a race of some type, and Steven finished the race, but then went back to support Jana and finish with her. Major green flag here too. Steven, I think, was worth the wait. We also learned that Steven went camping for his bachelor party. And we also had a major Duggar wedding this month. We had Jason and Maddie getting married in Tennessee. Jill documented her family's road trip to be with her family there, and can we just appreciate that in a reel that she posted, a Duggar son-in-law, Derek, is dancing to Soulja Boy Crank That. First of all, I'm shocked they even would play that at the reception, and I'm also shocked that Derek even knew the dance and was so enthusiastic about it. Derek is pretty cool, guys. The Duggars have just come a long way, but when Jim Bob does the Crank That dance, then hell, we know we'll have frozen over. Anyways, Jason and Maddie got that People magazine coverage, and a few interesting things popped out from the article. First of all, we learned that Maddie is from Newport, Tennessee, and Jason's best man was Jed Duggar, and his groomsmen were Justin, James, and Jackson. No Jeremiah. It's just interesting that he's closest to Jed, but Jed's twin brother Jeremiah is not in the wedding party. Maddie's bridesmaids included the youngest girls, Jordan, Jennifer, and Josie. Also, no sign of Jana Duggar and her kids at all. I don't know what's going on here. I mean, is she in hiding? I don't know. In the article, we learned that the sweet way they met was through Instagram, and it did also involve Jana. Jason said, I kind of basically got lost on there. I was talking with Jana. I was telling her, listen, Jana, you got to put yourself out there if you want to find a guy. And so I was like, look, listen, I'm going to hop on here to find someone just to show you I can do it. So I don't know why he was suggesting Instagram as like a dating app. It's not a dating app, really. I mean, a lot of people DM each other and meet through there, but that's interesting. And Maddie added to the quote, but Jace found my profile just because he accidentally tapped on the notifications button. He saw my profile picture and he was like, oh, she's cute. It was definitely a God thing, though. There's no way we would have found each other. It was just crazy. So notifications sometimes, I guess, are just so key. I don't know how that would have happened. Maybe they had mutual friends and it was like, oh, people you may know or something like that. I think this may be the first online dating couple for the Duggars. And let's talk about Jinger and Jeremy this month. They attended a somewhat controversial event with the Busbys, by the way, the parents from out Dillard, and they had said, Jer and I were honored to be invited to the Live Action Life Award Gala this past weekend. Grateful for the work they are doing to speak for those who cannot speak for themselves. Obviously, people had thoughts about this in the comment, but it's not surprising and should not be surprising to anyone that Jinger and Jeremy are pro-life, and that's their view. And very likely everyone in the family is, just based on, you know, what we know about their political views and views in general. And Jana Duggar. Well, Jessa is still thriving as a mother of 5. I know, it's a lot. And a lot of fans are now telling her, like, 5 is enough, 5 is enough. I don't know if Jessa is going to try for a 6 or if she's going all the way. I don't know what's going on. But someone actually in the comments for this picture said, oh, Jessa looks pregnant. And she immediately kind of replied underneath saying she just had a lot of ice cream that day. So Jessa is not pregnant, but a lot of people are kind of wondering how many kids, you know, are each of the Duggar children going to have? Are they going to stop? Are they going to try to go to 19? I mean, we don't know. But chime in the... Okay, so now it's time to move on to some of the breaking Duggar news that broke while I was editing this video. First of all, there's a new baby in town coming for Jinger and Jeremy. What we know is that Jinger found out she was pregnant before Jana's wedding, and when she was visiting her family in Arkansas, they went to some ultrasound place. Jessa was with her, and, you know, they're just very excited. Everyone's thinking it's gonna be a boy, and she's around 16 weeks pregnant, due in March 2025. So that's fantastic news for Jinger. Also, Joy and Austin appeared on the Unplanned podcast, where we learned a lot about how they first met, the full story. You know, obviously they met when they were really, really young, and we learned how things evolved. Apparently, a major moment for them as a couple was that Austin had been praying that if Joy was the one for him, to put it on his dad's heart, is how he put it. So one day, when he and his dad were fixing barbed wire, Austin asked his dad, so, is there anyone you think I should be pursuing right now? And he was like, I think Joy Duggar. And boom, there we go. everyone was kind of aware that Joy had a huge crush on him, and then he had a crush on her, and it's all very sweet. Joy admitted that she did have postpartum depression really bad after she had Gunnar, and around the time where she kind of felt her family was also falling apart. I mean, they were in the news for not good reasons. And I just loved this interview, actually, and highly recommend it. I just love Joy and Austin together. They're couple goals. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with more Duggar updates soon. Bye, guys!